Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Friday afternoon inside the Bumble on the campus of Valley City State University. This is the final day of the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament featuring 4 games. First up, Hankinson against Enderlin in our 7th place contest. I'm Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes, and welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. The Hankinson Pirates playing in place of the Richland Colts, who lost the first 2 games of the BCT against Mayport CG and Maple River. So Hankinson will play just 1 game here in the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament, but get ready because they will also be back here later this season going up against Washburn, and then the District 1 Boys Basketball Tournament is here as well, so kind of a little bit of a tune-up here from the Pirate perspective. While for the Enderlin Eagles, 2 losses so far this week in Valley City, a 66-32 loss at the hands of the Highliners, and then a 59-26 loss at the hands of the Barnes County North Bison. 7 games on the docket here today. When we come back, we'll let you know about all 7 contests when we return, 4 contests when we return as part of the 107th annual Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance on yourliveevent.com.
Every girl deserves the tools to feel confident, connected, and emotionally strong. At BioGirls, they learn real strategies to manage stress and anxiety, build healthy relationships, and understand their emotions. They strengthen coping skills, gain resilience and confidence, and find a deep sense of belonging through authentic peer connection and strong mentorship. The results? Measurable, meaningful, life-shaping. Find a program near you and register today.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As we continue on the pregame show, taking a look at what happened yesterday here as part of the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. Maple River was able to defeat the Richland Colts 44-31 in that contest. Kobe Wisniewski had 9 points and 3 rebounds in the win for the Maple River Raiders. Richland led by the 10 points of Owen Saylor. From there, the Enderlin Barnes County North contest featured the Bison having 3 players in double digits, with Zayden Remick having 13 points, 12 points then for Jason Schlenker. The Enderlin Eagles paced by the 7 of Carson Gruba. Valley City and Weimar Lidgewood, and then you had Lemoyne, Litchfield Marion, and Mayport CG in the semifinals. With the Patriots and Mayport CG, they came out hot shooting, and they kept it going as well with a 68-44 win over Lemoyne, Litchfield Marion. The Patriots with 3 players in double digits, led by the 19 points of Bricker Johnson and 9 rebounds. Noah Dabano with 17 and a double-double of Sam Weaver of 10 points and 10 boards. LLM led by the Theogis brothers, Gunner having 13 points and Kobe with 11. Then the nightcap went right down to the wire between Weimar Lidgewood and Valley City. The Highliners came back and won after trailing at the half. They were outscored 22-7 in the second quarter, but then outscored Weimar Lidgewood 17-14 in the third. Highliners with Jack Dieterle 8 points and 19 rebounds. Mike and Matson had 12. For the Warbirds, they were led by the 14 points, 11 boards by Sebastian Kackman, and the 11 points of Jackson Creer. here for Weimar-Lidgewood. So our matchups again today, championship with Mayport CG Valley City, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Weimar-Lidgewood. Consolation championship will be Maple River, Barnes County North, and then Hankinson and Enderlin here for the first game. A reminder, after the conclusion of all 4 games today, the all-tournament team will get announced, the Sportsmanship Award, your free throw champ then, and more still to come. So as the day progresses here on yourlivevent.com, make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show for post-game conversations with the winning members from the victorious team, but also once we get to that championship to get to the all-Barnes County tournament team as well. It's Hankinson and Enderlin. We come back, we'll talk about some of the players to watch out for, go over the latest poll here in North Dakota across the state. That's all still to come. Head of our starting lineups and the opening tip today here from Valley City at the Bubble.
At Dickey Marion Insurance Agency, they offer high-quality products and services to their customers with a wide range of coverages from home and auto, farm and crop, and various types of commercial policies. Dickey Marion Insurance Agency is locally owned and operated and has been in business since 1974. Get in contact with Jesse Mastenbrook or Abby Hansen for the small-town service you deserve by going online to dickeymarionins.com or call 701-669-2330.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
The friendly staff at Lemoore Drugstore reminds you, from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. Download our app and make refilling your prescriptions more convenient. With winter here, stop in and stock up on hand and foot warmers. Lemoore Drugstore has rechargeable heated gear for everyone in the family. Located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com, or stop in and check us out.
As we go over the latest basketball polls here across the state of North Dakota in Division B, we'll see the third-ranked team in the state here to open up our coverage today with the Hankinson Pirates out of Region 1, District 1 here in Division B. Central McLean receiving all first place votes as they're currently number 1 with our Redeemers number 2. As we alluded to, you have Hankinson number 3 with Ray number 4 and Rockford Cheyenne number 5. Receiving votes of Wilton Wing, Midway Minto, Oaks, and alongside Edgeley, Cullum, Montpelier. That's again a look at your Division B ranks, where we will see the Hankinson Pirates up first here in a non-district matchup between these two teams as they will play again later on this season. Division A, you have the Kinder Vikings receiving 13 first-place votes. From there, Four Winds Minnewacan number 2 with Central Cass number 3. Wahpeton number 4 and Devils Lake number 5. Hankinson will play Wahpeton at the end of the season. They'll have a game with Washburn here, and then also they will square off with Henning, Minnesota, coming up a little bit later on here this season as part of the Breakdown Tournament. For the Enderlin Eagles, 1 win and 5 losses here for head coach Calvin Kraft. They've been led offensively here so far throughout the Barnes County Tournament with Ethan Simbiro with 13 points in 2 games, and Carson Gruba has 11 with Orion Adargo and Nolan Schleck with 10 points as well. Here for the Enderlin Eagles. Enderlin shooting 8 of 34 from beyond the arc and 4 of 10 from the free throw line. After this game wraps up for the Eagles, they'll be back in action on Tuesday at Tower City as they go up against Maple River from the Raider Activity Center. We'll have that for you right here on yourliveevent.com for a District 1 matchup. Then they host Barnes County North, upcoming a week from tonight. Well, for the Hankinson Pirates at 4-0 in the season for head coach Carter Mauk. Up next, they will play against the Richland Colts on Tuesday. Then on January the 16th, a week from today, play at Wymer Lingewood here for Hankinson. We'll take a quick break, and we come back. We'll put a bow on our pregame coverage. That and more still to come here on our Irie Insurance pregame show.
Lamore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Head to Lamore Hardware for in-store deals on Milwaukee tools and check out the new M18 Hot Shot Card Jumper Pack. And when you purchase certain Milwaukee M12 tools, receive a 2-amp battery for free. Plus, browse their Sweet Pickins section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lamore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go online to lamorehardware.com. That's lamorehardware.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
Final segment on our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote started today. When it comes to the Hankinson Pirates, a lot of folks are going to know the name of Rayshawn Earl, and rightfully so here for Hankinson, in terms of what he was able to do on the football field, but what he can do on the basketball court as well. This is a Pirates team that found themselves at a state tournament a season ago, and for head coach Carter Mauk, they got just as high of aspirations here this season. Really good guard play and also a good senior-laden team with 4 of their 5 starting lineup members being on the senior side, and they can just have guys who do a little bit of the dirty work with a Parker Falk, a Jax Hernandez and company. Obviously, folks, and rightfully so, as we alluded to, will focus on Rayshawn Earl. The one thing for the Pirates this year, they used to have a 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", a lot of 5'10" to 6'1" kind of players, so they can match up and probably switch on a lot of positions, but the question will be going up a guy by Kayla Maggio who's at 6'6". How do you go against the size of what you'll see today of Enderlin, but also when you go up against teams who have that athletic ability at 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", and so forth, as Hankinson will see a little bit throughout the course of the season. Come on out to Valley City for the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. Final day here in the city of Bridges as we put our bow on our coverage on the girls tournament back in December and here on the boys tournament as well. 4 games today here from VCSU as the Enderlin Eagles and the Hankinson Pirates, a non-district matchup, will see each other here to open up the weekend from Valley City. And then a reminder, tomorrow more high school sports continues on yourliveevent.com. A top 5 rated game in girls basketball. Lemoore Litchfield Marion, the number 2 team in the state for the Lobos, going up against the number 5 team in the state in Division B in the Maple River Raiders. That matchup will be at 2 o'clock JV, 3:30 is varsity. We'll have that for you right here on YLE. Simply go to our website or check out our YouTube channel by hitting subscribe. You can see a good chunk of basketball here tonight. Devils Lake Thompson in North Dakota. Girls hoops. You have Fargo North at Kindred tonight in boys basketball between the Spartans and the Vikings, as that game will be at Kindred at 7:30. So simply check out our website. Then if you're a fan of wrestling, it's the Letterman's Wrestling Tournament 54th annual in Castleton. That gets underway at 3:30 for our coverage of day 1. Day 2 coverage gets underway at 9:30. Tomorrow morning. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip here between the Eagles and the Pirates on yourliveevent.com.
In 10 minutes.
Chaos.
Did you answer that email yet?
Decisions.
What if I make the wrong choice?
The weight of moving crushes.
Dad, I need a ride to practice.
Stress follows you. And the dream of a new beginning feels out of reach. Find peace. Hire the team at RE/MAX now. Visit findrealtynow.com. Yeah.
Quality education, affordable tuition, student opportunities. That's the Viking Promise. Valley City State University. Discover yourself here at VCSU. Visit today. A university that knows your name. Personal relationships with your professors. The tools to help you succeed. That's Valley City State University. Trusted name, affordable degrees. Visit today.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good!
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
As we come back here, part of our starting lineups, the Enderlin Eagles, Orion Adargo, the 6'1 senior forward with Nolan Schleck, the 5'10 senior as well. Carson Gruba, a 6' senior in the backcourt with Ethan Simbura, the 6' junior forward, and Caleb Maggio, the 6'6 sophomore center. Adargo, Schleck, Gruba, Simbura, and Maggio, the Enderlin Eagles. Head coach is Calvin Kraft with a mark of 1-5 on the season. As we turn our attention now to the Pirates of Hankinson, as Hankinson with a mark of 4-0 under the guidance of head coach Carter Mauk, coming off a win against Waverly South Shore, South Dakota, 67-38 back on Monday for the Pirates. Jax Hernandez, a 6' junior guard. Gunnar Ilg, a 6'2 senior forward. From there you have Parker Falk, a 5'10 senior, with Rayshawn Earl, a 6'1 senior, and Mason Mauk, a 6'1 senior center. Hernandez, Ilg, Falk, Earl, and Mauk. Hankinson head coach is Carter Mauk. That is Mason's first cousin with a mark of 4-0 on the season. That again is our starting lineups, brought to you in part by our friends with our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve. Officials here of Lance Lukes, Landon Peel, and Brian Yanish, as Lance Lukes will do the honors to put the ball in the circle. And the final day of the 107th annual Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament is underway here at Valley City State University. As this one makes its way right-handed side, Rayshawn Earl will shoot him up and book it right off the bat for Earl from the right baseline. And the opening points on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard goes to Hankinson. As Enderlin will handle this one now, a little full court pressure defense by the Pirates. Orion Dargo's got to get it over before it's a 10 count. Does with about a half second to spare. This one goes across the paint in a turnover as Rayshawn Earl able to get this basketball up the floor. Gunnar Ilg to the paint, left-handed layup off the window, good for 2. And it's a 5-0 run early here for Hankinson. As Enderlin will see this. As the Eagles turn this one over. Mauk gives this one off now to Jax Hernandez. Gives it back up top. Ilg drive kick, extra find to Earl. Leaves it to the baseline. Here goes Parker Falk. Three-pointer goes short. Rebound eventually going to be won, but out of bounds here by the Hankinson Pirates. As Enderlin will inbound the basketball, as they will here with Orion Dargo. Hankinson averaging 66 points per game. Defensively, giving up 45 for the Pirates in their white attire here this afternoon. Odargo gives this one to Maggio. Maggio with it, able to break the press now to Carson Gruba, and the Enderlin Eagles can set up the offense here. As Enderlin will handle this one to the right-handed side. As they give it on the interior, nice looking find for 2 here for Kayla Maggio. Opening points here for Enderlin on the board as they get it to the big guy on the inside, the 6'6 sophomore, and Maggio able to get 2 points here for the Enderlin Eagles. Rayshawn Earl will set up the offense against his zone pressure defense here for Enderlin. Ball goes to the baseline. Gunnar Ilg will leave it here to Parker Falk as they work it around here. Rayshawn Earl, right-handed side to Hernandez. He'll rise. 3-pointers up off the iron, no good. Rebound to Orion. Now the Enderlin Eagles will handle this one with Carson Gruba. Gruba at the right wing, little jitterbug move. As for Enderlin, the first quarter has not been their bugaboo in this tournament. They've been in games against the Valley City Highliners and Barnes County North early in contests. It's been the second, third quarter that has kind of, particularly against BCN, yesterday was the second and third quarter that really got them out of stretch a little bit. As you see it with Rayshawn Earl here in the front court, they leave it right-handed side now to Jax Hernandez. Baseline here now to Gunnar Ilg. Ilg will see this one in the interior to Mason Malkin. There's a good hand defensively by Orion Dargo. Turnover as Maggio goes to the other side. Nolan Schleck finds it to Gruba. Gruba inside the paint. Taking a couple of dribbles here as Gruba will set up the offense as he does to Odargo. Orion looking inside to Maggio. Finds it to Simbira, top of the key. This to tie. 3-pointers up off the iron, no good. Good look, rebound to Parker Falk as Falk wants to drive in transition. Good find off the window, can't get it for Hernandez, and a rebound for Orion Dargo. As Enderlin working with it to Carson Gruba now at the VCSU emblem. Gruba here, top of the key. 2 minutes and 45 seconds in. Pirates lead by 3. Simbira reversing it to Gruba here. Gruba at the high post. Uses up that dribble back to Simbira. Maggio posting up on the inside as Dargo able to get the ball back. Orion drive kick. Gruba right to the key. 3-pointers up and in. Carson Gruba with the triple, and we're tied at 5. As we said, the Enderlin Eagles have had really good spurts here in the first quarter of games so far in Valley City. Have tied and played with the lead. They were down early, 5-love, but now they've tied the game. Rayshawn Earl wants to take the lead back. This shot will go long. Rebound to Simbira, and the Eagles trying to take their first lead of the contest here with Orion. Dargo in the front court. Right wing leaves it to the baseline. Here's a 3-pointer by Schlecht. This one lost it off of his hands with Rayshawn Earl there defensively. Parker Falk in transition finds it to Earl. Rayshawn here guarded at the left baseline. Pops a pass up top as they reverse it right wing. Now to Gunnar. He'll back around the world as it ends up in Earl's hands with 20 seconds. High post touch to Jax. Hernandez drive kick left-handed side. Gunnar left pocket 3. That'll go off the rim. No good. Rebound though for Rayshawn. Earl jumper from 13 feet. That'll be off the mark. No good. Good offensive board though for Mauk as they find it now to Parker Falk. Back up top to Gunnar Ilg inside the paint. He gets fouled. As Gunnar Ilg will make his way to the free throw line to shoot 2 here for the Hankinson Pirates. Foul assessed on Nolan Schlecht, his first, the team's first, as we'll have our first free throws and substitutions of the game coming up here momentarily. As Gunnar Ilg, free throw attempt is going to go long, as we'll have the substitution into the game. Here for the Pirates, Cade Hentz, the 5'10 junior, will check in. Also with him in Jacob Wallach, the 6'2 freshman center. Free throw opportunity number 2 here for Hankinson. Scored 5 points immediately in the first minute. Since then been held scoreless, but able to switch that around here as Gunnar goes 1 of 2 from the free throw line, and the Enderlin Eagles content with this full court 2-2-1 pressure defense. As Enderlin with Dargo sees it, and a foul here in the backcourt. be assessed to the Pirates, and newly inserted Cade Hentz hits first and the team's first here for Hankinson, as Enderlin with Carson Brash will check in, the 6'2 sophomore forward. That's the one thing for head coach Calvin Kraft. You got a 6'1 Chamberlain, you got a Wyatt Lund who's 6'1. We mentioned Brash at 6'2, Maggio at 6'6". Got some size and athleticism here for the Enderlin Eagles, where that can be a little bit of a matchup issue for some teams throughout the course of the season. Jacob Wallach gets the steal. Wallach to the paint, off the window, good for 2. Points off the bench here for the Pirates, and Jacob Wallach gives the Hankinson Pirates a 3-point lead. Ryan Adargo will seat up the far side as they'll handle this one. Couple of dribbles on the way now for Nolan Schlecht, and this will be a timeout to save the possession before it's a 10-second violation. Hankinson up by 3.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
And right on cue, timeout brought to you in part by Bank North here with 3:22 left to play in the first quarter. The Hankinson Pirates lead it here by 3. After the timeout for Enderlin, they'll regain the possession here. Go to banknorth.bank to see what values-based banking can do for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender is Bank North. Gruba, front court, will handle this one. Looking for Orion Adargo. Cade Hentz able to come away with it. Nice pass across the paint. Layup is up and count it. Gunnar Ilg with an and one, and Cade Hentz gets the assist. As Enderlin sees the foul here, as this one will go up against the Eagles, their second. First on Carson Gruba, and the Pirates now lead it by 5. So you saw tied at 5 at the 4:52 mark. And since then, Hankinson now has 6 consecutive points. Substitution into the game, as we'll see Tyson Falk will check in for the aforementioned Gunnar Ilg, who leads the floor currently with 6 points for the Pirates. Enderlin with Carson Gruba, near side to Ethan Simbura. Simbura back to the right-handed side as the Enderlin Eagles with Carson Gruba here in the backcourt. And that's going to be another timeout, nearly another 10-second violation. But it'll be a timeout here for Calvin Kraft. We'll break with him. 2:58 left to play in the opening half on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Every girl deserves the tools to feel confident, connected, and emotionally strong. At BioGirls, they learn real strategies to manage stress and anxiety, build healthy relationships, and understand their emotions. They strengthen coping skills, gain resilience and confidence, and find a deep sense of belonging through authentic peer connection and strong mentorship. The results? Measurable, meaningful, life-shaping. Find a program near you and register today.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, taking a look at some of the fans who've traveled across from Hankinson. They got a busy day from a Pirate perspective. Boys basketball here in Valley City. You got girls basketball in Rossholt for a date with Tri-State. The Pirate girls so far 2-2 in district play, off to a good start. And if they can win tonight, they'll be 3-2, and also maybe a top 5 seed in the district, so you can start thinking about a little bit from a Pirate girls perspective, as Tri-State will have their first district game coming up here tonight for the Tigers. So for some of these Hankinson fans, you go from Valley City down to South Dakota, you get a little bit of everything. A lot of window dressing, windshield time, but when you got days like today in January for driving, it doesn't seem as bad when you don't have ice. And here goes Rayshon with a pickpocket steal and score. Earl now with 5. It's 13-5. Hankinson on an 8-0 run. As Orion Adargo will see this now to Carson Gruba. Gruba right-handed side now to Nolan Schleck. Back to Gruba here. Gruba with the pass gets deflected, and eventually good find by Tyson Falk to get on the deck with it. Hankinson goes the other side to Wallach. Wallach off the window, got it. And here's where Hankinson's going to kill you throughout the course of the season with this pressure defense and transition scoring, as Gruba gets in the front court here, and this will be a foul. Before you can blink, Hankinson shows you why they're scoring 66 points per game and can put it in the cylinder awfully quickly. Foul on Tyson Falk, that'll be his first, and we get the team's second. As now for Enderlin, they will inbound the basketball. as they work it around. Ball goes right-hand side. This one is loose. This one is off the mark. Ball will go on the interior. Shot is up and shot is good. We'll see this one here for the Hankinson Pirates. 17-5 now as Orion Adargo will handle this one in the backcourt. Fine, good find on the inside. Wide open layup in for two. Carson Brash has 2 points. 17-7. Hankinson will see this in the front court as the Pirates leave it left wing to Cade Hintz. He'll rise, shoot, three-pointer goes long. Rebound to Parker Falk as Falk able to give it back up top. Bounce pass here on the baseline as they leave it to the right wing. Jumper is off the mark, no good. And Adargo is able to get the loose ball here for the Enderlin Eagles. Orion Adargo in the front court as he's guarded by Parker Falk. Looking for it on the inside to Maggio. Maggio muscling his way left-handed side to Schleck. Bounce pass on the interior. Good hands defensively by Hankinson as the Pirates with Parker Falk will go the other side of the floor. Parker right wing. Wraparound pass as Adargo got a hand on it. And it'll be last touch here off of Tyson Falk and make its way back to Enderlin. Ethan Simbira and alongside Aiden Archer Chamberlain will check in here for the Enderlin Eagles. Hankinson looking to match up Alex Jean, a 5'9 sophomore, newly inserted. Able to see Hernandez and Mason Malk up top here on top of this full court pressure defense. As the Eagles, with Carson Gruba up and over, leaves it right-handed side to Brash. Back up top to Adargo. Orion takes the ball screen here. As Adargo looks for a teammate, handles one at the top of the key. Right-handed side now to Carson Gruba. Gruba able to give it back up top to Archer Chamberlain. Chamberlain with the ball fake right-hand side to Gruba. Gruba at the right wing looks for a teammate back up top to Chamberlain. Chamberlain reverse it left-handed side, shot clock to 5. Adargo jumper baseline is up and can't get the shooter's roll to go. Rebound to Tyson Falk and the Pirates want to get out and run. Hankinson front court leaves it on the baseline, but then this one will be a turnover as Adargo looking for the home run pass to Gruba, and Carson Gruba goes about 7, 8, 9, 10 rows up the stands here. Good things those didn't have the chair backs as he was able to climb right back up quickly. As Brian Yanish making sure he looks to be all right. Carson Gruba, you could probably put him in a marathon in terms of an Ironman, so to speak, after showing you how quickly he can get up the stairs. As Hankinson will see it, Carson Gruba gets the steal. Gruba trying to beat the horn. The other side has time. Does. Up and in for two. Good looking move by Carson Gruba. He's got 5. Hankinson able to make the pass. This one gets deflected with 0.9 left to play here on the baseline, and it will be Hankinson basketball. Griffin Bull, the 6-foot junior, to inbound it here for Hankinson. Hankinson able to get the nice pass up and in for 2 to Jax Hernandez. Bull to Hernandez to put an exclamation point here on the first quarter. It's the Hankinson Pirates 19, the Enderlin Eagles 9 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. The Enderlin Eagles will have a traveling violation to begin this second quarter of play. Enderlin led by the 5 points of Carson Gruba, while for the Hankinson Pirates led by the 6 of Gunnar Ilg and the 5 from Rayshawn Earl here as they lead it by 10. Chase Miller, Joey Hughes with you here for the final day of the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. Hankinson playing in place of the Richland Colts here as this one will be shot off the mark. No good by Jacob Wallach. Good good hand defensively by Orion Dargo as the Eagles with Orion. He'll shoot the 3 in transition off the iron. Wallach able to sky for the loose ball, and Hankinson with Gunnar Ilg gets this one up the floor. Look at Rayshon chase it, looks for the find. Good pass to Cade Hintz on the inside. This pass, though, then gets intercepted after that as Enderlin has numbers the other side of the floor to Chamberlain. To Simbira, who needs a shot clock in this game with how these two teams on a run to begin the quarter, and Gruba buries a 3. Carson Gruba's got 8. It's back to a 7-point contest. Gunnar Ilg on the baseline. Bounce pass as they give it to the high post here to Jacob Wallach. Wallach with it, nearly lost it as it goes now to Rayshon. Earl will see it at the free throw line. Pops it past to Parker Falk. Jumper from 10 up and in for number 10. Parker Falk becomes the 5th different player in the scoring column here for the Pirates as Hankinson is going to get a steal. Earl goes the other side of the floor. No look pass to Gunnar up and in for 2. Ilg now has 6. Give Rayshon Earl the assist. 23-12. Minute and a half into this second quarter here in Valley City. As they'll see this one now for Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets it across to Simbira, but it's poked, and here goes Cade Hintz. Hintz able to see this and a block, but a foul on Orion. Dargo with the foul, his first, the team's first of the quarter, and 2 free throws upcoming here for Cade Hintz. As Hintz will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 here for Hankinson. With a substitution for both teams coming up as Cade hits the free throw attempt. Returning into the game here is Jax Hernandez for the Hankinson Pirates for Wallach. Well, Enderlin will sub out Carson Branch as returning is Caleb Maggio. Free throw attempt number 2 is going to go long. A rebound here for the Pirates, though. Gunnar Ilg to Rayshon Earl up off the iron. It's still loose underneath. It's tipped, and eventually Gruba will come away with it. Gruba will see this one down to Orion as Dargo in the front court here for the Enderlin Eagles. Crossing over, paint opens up. Orion off the window, nearly got the end one to go as the help came late. Parker Falk will pick up the foul, his first, team's first of the quarter, and free throws for the first time this afternoon on the way for Orion Dargo. Enderlin 4 of 10 from the free throw line so far in 2 games here at the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. As Adargo misses the first. Substitution in as Jackson Hoy, the freshman guard who had a 3-pointer back in Tuesday's quarterfinals, will check in. As coming out is Chamberlain. Free throw attempt number 2 here for Orion. That's going to go long. Good boxing on the inside here for the Pirates as they'll work their way to Rayshon Earl. Other side. Look at the pass. A heater that went to Cade Hintz off of his hands. As will be a turnover here for the Hankinson Pirates. Enderlin will bring it up the floor the other side for Orion. Step through, right-handed shot, no. Rebound comes down to Gunnar Ilg. Able to outlet this one to Jax Hernandez. Hernandez at the left wing, looks for a pass, finds one to Gunnar Ilg. Ball out of bounds, but last touch here off of Ilg. After one quarter play, it was 19-9 Hankinson. They've added to that lead a little bit more here in the second quarter. Ethan Simbira will make the pass, and this one is going to get thrown in a turnover here for the Enderlin Eagles. As we talked about, Hankinson, they want to make this like a 50-meter indoor track meet, the way they want to get up and down the floor. Volume of possessions, which means have to find ways to take care of the ball for the opposition going up against them throughout the course of a day. As Hernandez sees it inside to Gunnar Ilg. Tough shot, got it to go, though, with the left hand. Gunnar, the first player here in double digits this afternoon. He's got 10. Other side, weaving his way goes Gruba. Little Euro step. Floater inside the paint. Going to go off the mark. Rebound here for Gruba. Finds it to Maggio. Maggio back to the right-handed side to Gruba here. As Gruba looking for a teammate on the step. Leaves it right-handed side as Enderlin bounce pass interior to Maggio. Maggio sees a double. Finds it to Simbira off the window. Can't get it. Rebound eventually. Put back up and nearly got it to go for Maggio for 2. As they'll see this one now the other side of the floor. Off the side, no good. Hankinson was looking maybe for a little bit of a foul, and there does come a traveling violation. Turnover here on the Eagles. Substitution into the game for Hankinson as Damon Mauk will check in. Damon, the brother of Carter Mauk, the head coach. Enderlin going to make a couple of substitutions here as they'll see Carson Brash able to return into the game. Jackson Hoy will play up top with Nolan Schlecht here on this zone, and Archer Chamberlain back in with Orion Adargo as well. Ball goes left and it's side to the aforementioned Malk. Jumper off the iron, no good. Rebound here on the interior. So now we'll get another track at it here for Damien. Up top here goes a three by Parker Folk off the iron. Rebound putback though is a good look for Cade Hintz, can't find it. And eventually a foul. Some good looks though for the Pirates' perspective as the foul will be assessed here on Cade Hintz. His second and the team's second, as Hintz with those two fouls will check out of the game, and Tyson Falk will come in. Up and down half so far here in Valley City. Game that's just over 20 minutes old here with 4.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. As Orion Adargo see this up in the floor, and then Hankinson got a hand on it here for Malk. They'll flip it off the right hand, but can't get the layup. Adargo goes the other side of the floor. Orion will see this one through the wickets of Jackson Hoy. And the Eagles will give it right back here to the Hankinson Pirates. Hankinson shooting 42% from the floor, but the difference right now is the turnovers. We got them down for 13 turnovers so far for Enderlin. Hankinson in their own right, they got about 5 so far here in this first half of play. Rayshon Earl, high post touch, gives it to Damian Malk, left and inside Gunnar Ilg, three-pointer. This one goes through the hands here of Enderlin, and Orion Adargo will see it on the baseline. Mason Malk will check in here for the Pirates, while the Eagles will match up with Tegan Adargo. Hankinson giving up 45 a game. We'll see this one inside to Rayshon Earl, and Earl gets fouled. Rayshon Earl and this Hankinson Pirates football team with head coach Jason Moneylaws were able to make their way to the North Dakota 9-man semifinals this past season before coming up short to the eventual state champion New Rockford Cheyenne Maddock as Rayshon Earl hits free throw attempts number 1. It was a whale of a football game up in New Rockford back in the month of November here as free throw attempt number 2 will be on its way here for Earl. Pirates just kept on finding ways to win throughout the postseason and trying to make a run as they did in the 9-man football playoffs. Here later once it gets to districts, and hopefully from the Pirates' perspective, you're thinking regions and state as well. As a substitution will check in here for Alex Jean, the 5'9 sophomore will sub in. Rayshon now with 7 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He scored in both the first and the second. Archer Chamberlain sees this and runs into a Pirate of Tyson Falk, and they will call the foul here on the body of Tyson Falk. So Tyson with the foul, his second, team's third. Enderlin will make a substitution here with Carson Gruba. Will check in. Hankinson will also come in with Jacob Wallach here. And so check in for Tyson Falk with those 2 fouls. As Gunnar Malk has gone a little bit deeper and deeper down to the bench so far here today. As we've seen 11 players play, well, for the Enderlin Eagles. And head coach Calvin Kraft, something similar, able to see already 8-9 guys get in the lineup, and now making another one with Tegan Adargo here for the 6-foot sophomore forward. Carson Gruba, right wing, gets walled off, now to Schlecht. Schlecht at the high post, lost it. Turnover here on Enderlin as the Pirates go the other side of the floor. Working with it, Damian Malk to the baseline here. And this one will go to Mason. Mason, good pass across the paint to Jacob Wallach, and there's a foul. Wallach will shoot 2. He's got 4 points so far on the afternoon, and the Pirates have done a nice job at the free throw line as they're 5 of 7 from the stripe so far here in the contest. Foul assist here on the Enderlin Eagles. That'll be their 3rd. As Carson Brash picks up his 2nd. Free throw attempt is going to go long as the second free throw attempt will be making its way. Still to come after the conclusion of this game. We'll get to the Consolation Championship with Barnes County North and the Maple River Raiders. Maple River finished 5th last season at the BCT, while Barnes County North back-to-back years that they finished runner-up here in the tournament. Free throw attempt's going to go long. Rebound gets tipped out for to Carson Gruba. Gruba will see it here in the front court, able to take a couple of dribbles. Bounce pass now to Orion Adargo, right wing 3, up and in. Orion Adargo with his second 3 of the tournament. The Enderlin Eagles down by 13. Right side here for Hankinson. This would be with Jean. Jean at the right wing gives it to the high post, shot fake. Nice shovel pass on the interior, and Adargo gets the block shot of Wallach as it goes to Gruba, the near side. Gruba crossing over left to right. Gruba drive kick to Orion. Ball fake. Now he'll shoot another 3. Adargo's three-pointer is going to get in. Oh, what a Plinko chip kind of a three. Are you kidding me? A Dargo now with 6. Then hit the rim, the top of the backboard, the rim, and then eventually went through the cylinder. You couldn't try that again if you had 1,000 shots. As Hankinson leaves it to the baseline, Mason Mount jumper from 17 up and in for 2. 2:25 to play here in the first half. Enderlin down by 12. Gruba the other side of the floor. Gruba tiptoes the end line. And he sees this one underneath. Good hustle defensively by Damian Malcon on the deck for it. He eventually got the turnover with the steal. Jax Hernandez left inside to Mason. Malk gives it back on the interior, and there's a foul. Nice cut and go on the give and go there for Jax Hernandez, as he'll be rewarded with free throws and 2 more upcoming to line him up here for the Pirates. As Enderlin Eagles with the foul here. This one will go up against Carson Brash, yet again his 3rd. Free throw opportunity on the way is off the mark here for Hernandez. Maggio and Simbira return for the Enderlin Eagles, while Rayshawn Earl will come in. Also with him with Parker Falk, and one more time Gunnar Ilg also on the floor. Free throw attempt number 2 here on the way for Hernandez. Right-handed toss is up and good. Hernandez now with 3 as Hankinson leads by 13. Gruba, bounce pass to Simbira. Simbira on the baseline back to Gruba here. Gruba going to attack the paint up and over on the pass off the right hand of Adargo. Saved, though, by the Enderlin Eagles. This one on the inside to Maggio, up and in for 2. Really good hustle by Archer Chamberlain as he nearly took out the assistant, Mr. Bull, on the side from the Hankinson Pirates perspective. Enderlin right now doing a good job getting after these 50-50 loose balls, particularly on the offensive side, getting that second crack at it. Rayshawn Earl open right to the key. Earl weaving his way. Jumper from 13 is short on the fadeaway, as we see it now for Carson Gruba. Gruba looking for a teammate up the floor. Rayshawn Earl able to get the poke. The steal by Gunnar Ilg. Now comes Earl, but we'll have a traveling violation here on Rayshawn. Well, Rayshawn might have tried an old posterized dunk on that one, but that'll be a traveling violation. As the Enderlin Eagles, all things considered, you make a field goal here, you're back within single digits in a 3-possession game. See if they can do that before the half. Well, Hankinson, they want another turnover. Chamberlain will see it. Chamberlain with it. Off the window, can't get the rebound. That'll go to Rayshawn Earl. Earl goes behind the back, looking at dribbling prowess here. Look at Rayshawn weave his way to Gunnar Ilg. Bounce pass across the paint. Nice tic-tac-toe for 2. Jacob Wallach has 6. As they handle this one with under 50 seconds play here in the first half. Maggio, front court, right-handed side now to Gruba. Gruba, floater in the paint, can't get it to go. Rebound here for the Pirates with Parker Falk. Falk will handle it in the front court, and there's going to be a foul on the Enderlin Eagles. Foul on Enderlin, as we'll see this go the other side of the floor, as Enderlin will make a substitution, as Nolan Schlecht will check into the contest. And we'll see free throws upcoming for the bonus here for Parker Falk. Parker with 2 points in the game. He's starting 5 all with a main field goal here this afternoon for Carter Malk. Free throw attempt is up and good. Hankinson so far with 15 points in the quarter. Enderlin with 11. Free throw attempts number 2 here for Parker. And as Falk able to hit the second one, he's got 4. And the Hankinson, as we just said moments ago, Enderlin had a chance to get it back within single digits when it was 11. Hankinson ballooning it out a little bit here to 15. Carson Gruba in the front court. Let's see it and call it the offense as he leaves this one off now to Schlecht. Nolan looking backdoor as Schlecht will give this one off to Orion Adargo. Adargo on the weave to Gruba. Gruba right-handed side back to Schlecht. 13 seconds here on the game clock. Now it's down to 8 on the shot clock. As Orion looks for a teammate on the drive, and eventually a timeout here for Carter Malk, as Malk will call the timeout after guess who getting on the deck one more time is Parker Falk with 6.1 seconds left to play here in the first half. And Carter Malk will have a chance to drop an offensive set here with 6.1 left to play in the first half. Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North. They've been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. To see what values-based banking can do for you, visit banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender at Bank North. Coming up at the half, we'll recap the first 16 minutes, get you ready for the final 3 games of the 107th Annual Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. That and more still to come. As the Hankinson Pirates trying to see their best version as they'll inbound it right in front of their own bench, having to go the opposite direction. With 6.1, enough time to have a couple of dribbles, a quick pass, reverse it one time if you get it into the front court quickly. Another foul by Enderlin would be the bonus again for Hankinson. If you're Enderlin, want Hankinson to catch it towards their basket, not your basket. As Rayshon Earl with it with 4 seconds, with 3, with 2. Rayshon able to step through, sees this one off the iron. That's how we'll end. Not a bad look for Earl and the Pirates, but after 1 half of play, it's the 3rd-ranked team in the state in the Hankinson Pirates 35, the Enderlin Eagles 20 on yourliveevent.com.
And Dickey Marion Insurance Agency, they offer high-quality products and services to their customers with a wide range of coverages from home and auto, farm and crop, and various types of commercial policies. Dickey Marion Insurance Agency is locally owned and operated and has been in business since 1974. Get in contact with Jesse Mastenbrook or Abby Hansen for the small-town service you deserve by going online to dickeymarionins.com or call 701-669-2330.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on a Montreal, Quebec City, and the Canadian Maritimes tour, July 30th to August 9th. Experience picturesque small towns, as well as the historic cities along the Atlantic coast, as we use roads and rails on this Canadian adventure. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, to request a brochure, to watch a travel show, and to book this tour.
The friendly staff at Lemoore Drugstore reminds you from prescription requests and OTC medication, you can find it all at Lemoore Drugstore. Download our app and make refilling your prescriptions more convenient. With winter here, stop in and stock up on hand and foot warmers. Lemoore Drugstore has rechargeable heated gear for everyone in the family. Located in the center of Lemoore in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LemooreDrugstore.com. That's LemooreDrugstore.com, or stop in and check us out.
Lamore Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. Head to Lamore Hardware for in-store deals on Milwaukee tools and check out the new M18 Hotshot Card Jumper Pack. And when you purchase certain Milwaukee M12 tools, receive a 2-amp battery for free. Plus, browse their Sweet Pickins section. You'll see brand new furniture and decor. Lamore Hardware is your community one-stop shop. For more information, go online to LamoreHardware.com. That's LamoreHardware.com.
High school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com as we take a look at the first half numbers. Chase Miller alongside Joey Hughes. Thank you so much for tuning into our broadcast. Make sure you patronize those who allowed us to be here as well. And as we're giving thanks, there's always a crew that does a lot of work behind the scenes for us, whether it's here in Valley City or for those with us here on yourliveevent.com. as well with Coach Mack, Dennis McCulloch, the athletic director, Calvin Kraft, the commissioner here at the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament, pulling double duty this week as a head coach, with Steve Olson, the assistant athletic director here for the Vikings, helping us out throughout the week with Paul McDonald, Colin Haas, and a hell full of others here just on the campus of VCSU. So I want to give a shout out and thank you to them for all their doings and workings here from the girls and the boys basketball tournaments here at VCSU. First half numbers go like this. Hankinson 19 points in the first quarter, 16 in the second. Enderlin 9 points in the first quarter, 11 points in quarter number 2. Points in the paint, 14-2 for Hankinson. Points off turnovers, 19-2 for the Pirates. Hankinson shooting 39% from the floor, just one made three. They're 1 of 9 from the stripe and 8 of 13 from the free throw line. 15 rebounds, 9 assists to 8 turnovers here for the Hankinson Pirates. While for the Enderlin Eagles, 8 of 18 from the stripe with 4 of 7 from beyond the arc. 0 of 2 from the stripe with 16 rebounds so far. 4 assists and 19 turnovers for the Enderlin Eagles. Hankinson individually led by the 10 points of Gunnar Ilg with 3 rebounds and a steal. You have 8 points for Jacob Wallach and a rebound, 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists for Rayshon. Rayshon also has 5 steals, so a double-double and a triple-double could possibly be very much in Rayshon's performance here for the Pirates. From there, you have the 4 points for Parker Folk, 3 points for Jax Hernandez with a couple of boards, 2 points for Mason Malkier, and a point and 3 steals for Cade Hintz for the Hankinson Pirates. The Enderlin Eagles led by the 8 points of Carson Gruba with 2 made threes. Gruba also with 3 rebounds and 2 steals. 6 points then for Orion Dargo and 6 rebounds. 2 points for Carson Brash. And you have Mr. Manjo having 4 points on the way here for the Enderlin Eagles. Again, Enderlin led by the 8 of Gruba. At the half, it's 35-20. Hankinson with the advantage. Take a quick break. When we come back, we'll preview what's to come later today here in Valley City.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
We offer the greatest broadband that anyone can subscribe to. And that's because of the infrastructure that we have been able to build over the last decade. You know, we're talking 10 gigabit per customer. That's the network we're building. There's days I think about, what's the network going to be after I retire? Where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
High school basketball here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Just getting underway a couple of minutes ago. It's the 54th annual Letterman Boys Wrestling Tournament in Castleton. Day 2 coverage gets underway at 9:30 in the morning. But if you're a wrestling fan, get on out to Castleton or number 1. You can check out our friends of Dan Weber, Brent Dick, and alongside Brady Siebels on the call here out in Castleton. Coming up later today, here from the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament, Maple River, Barnes County North, about an hour from now at 4:30 in the 5th place game. 3rd place with LLM, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, and Wymer Lidgewood at 6. Then the championship with Mayport, CG, and Valley City. That'll be at 7:30. So that's how it looks for the 107th annual Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. Gunnar Ilg leads the floor with 10, while he got 8 for Carson Gruba. That's a look at our halftime report. When we come back, second half on deck here in Valley City.
In 10 minutes.
Chaos.
Did you answer that email yet?
Decisions.
What if I make the wrong choice?
The weight of moving crushes.
Dad, I need a ride to practice.
Stress follows you. And the dream of a new beginning feels out of reach. Find peace. Hire the team at RE/MAX now. Visit findrealtynow.com. Yeah.
Quality education, affordable tuition, student opportunities. That's the Viking Promise. Valley City State University. Discover yourself here at VCSU. Visit today. A university that knows your name. Personal relationships with your professors. The tools to help you succeed. That's Valley City State University. Trusted name, affordable degrees. Visit today.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
High school basketball here today on yourliveevent.com. From the Bumble on the campus of Valley City State University, the oldest running tournament here in North Dakota, the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament that goes back. Their free throw champions started back in 1948, but when it comes to the actual team champions, that started back in 1917. Talking World War I area here when it comes to the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. Uxbridge, Daisy, Grand Prairie, Baldwin, I believe you say Siva, Sanborn were some of the first champions here for the first 15 to 20 years. Oriska won it their first time back in 1938. A lot of those towns now are made up of multitude of school districts. In terms of 3-4 towns now making up Enderlin or Maple Valley School District as the example. Rayshawn Earl at the right wing. We'll see it here. Hankinson in their white attire. Pop a pass now right-hand side to Gunnar Ill. Back to around the world to Jax Hernandez. Zone defense continues by Enderlin. Pass on the inside to Malk. They give it up top. Good ball movement. Hankinson three-pointer goes short. Rebound going to be chased down by Kayla Maggio. And the Enderlin Eagles going to stop defensively here to open up the second half. Carson Grubel will handle it to the right wing as now they give it to Orion Adargo. Adargo will hand this one off to Schlecht on this weave as they give it back to Gruba here as Hankinson get a lot of 5'10" to 6'2" in terms of their frame, so they'll look to switch this, looking for the back cut. Good hand defensively by Parker Falk as they get it up the floor quickly here for the Pirates. Rayshawn Earl going to attack the paint. No look pass on the slip to Hernandez, and this one goes out of bounds. Tell you what, when Rayshawn throws the ball at you, you better be ready. That's a 95-mile-an-hour heater coming at you. Both hands better look at it. I don't know, basketball coach, when you ran a UCLA cut, where if you were at the rim and you never look back at the actual wing player, they would tell the guy to maybe throw it at the back of your back or head just to make sure that you would look the entire time. As Hankinson gets a steal, they go the other side, layup up and in for two. Mason Malk able to get the 2 points after the 2-on-1, and the defender just immediately went towards Rayshawn and allowed Mason an easy walk-in layup. Gruba will see it here. Bounce pass now to Orion Adargo. Orion with a crow hop inside the paint, off the mark, no good. Rebound off the hand of Maggio. Hankinson want to go to the other side. Here goes Rayshawn Earl, able to flip it up and nearly got the dunk. Rayshawn now with 9. Second time that Earl is going to take in liftoff here and nearly threw it down as there's going to be a body foul on the Pirates. Mason Malk will be assessed to foul, his first and the team's first here. Hankinson, the top 5 rated team in the state of North Dakota in Division B. The Oaks Tornadoes took it right to the Lisbon Broncos yesterday in a Division B, Division A matchup, only to see Lisbon come back at the horn and knock down the Tornadoes yesterday in Lisbon as Maggio sees this one out of bounds, or sees this one turn over with Parker Falk before it goes out of bounds. Rayshawn Earl to the right wing. Jumper from 15 up and in. Rayshawn Earl has 11. Hankinson and both Oaks last season from this particular district of District 1 in Division B made it to the state tournament, and both teams have aspirations and lofty goals again to try to make it this season, again as Earl picks up the foul, his first, team segment. Tell you one team that maybe folks weren't thinking of as much this year to contend, at least be on top of the district, and what we saw last night, and if they can play that way and just sprinkle a little bit more offense, they're going to be a problem for some teams as Weimar Lidgewood. Simbira jumper, no. Rebound Maggio. Look at the baby hook by Kayla Maggio for 2. Maggio is scoring every quarter. A 6'6" sophomore. Ball to the baseline here from Mauk, now to Earl. Earl rising from the left wing. 3-pointers long. Rebound to Maggio and Enderlin. Right now, you just kind of look up and you go, next 5-6 points here for the Eagles. Trying to see if they can get down to a 13-14-point ball game. Carson Gruba misses it on the baseline as now Gunnar Ilg goes the other side of the floor. Ilg's going to weave his way. Drive kick left wing to Jax Hernandez. Now it goes to Parker Falk. Back up top as they reverse it right wing to Rayshawn. Earl leaves it on the baseline here as the Pirates settle up on the offensive side. Falk to Hernandez. Hernandez uses up the dribble, back to Parker, tees up a college range 3, book it. 3-pointer on the way here for Parker Falk. He's got 7, and Hankinson with 9 points here in quarter number 3. Maggio fumbled it, able to regain possession. Now to Gruba. Gruba at the left wing, taking a couple of dribbles, crossing over back to Maggio, right-handed side to Orion. Dargo taking a dribble here with 18 seconds on the shot clock. As Gruba will handle this one. Bounce pass up top to Maggio, able to reverse it to Orion. Dargo on the baseline, walls it off now to Simbira. Simbira with a shot fake. Good help, drive kick open. Dargo 3 long. Rayshawn will get the loose ball. And Rayshawn trying to beat everybody down the floor. There goes Earl with a left-handed layup for 2. Rayshawn Earl put on the after jets. He's got 13. As Enderlin with Orion Dargo here in the backcourt, shooting 39% from the floor. We'll see this one in the front court. Orion to the free throw line. Gives it off to Simbira. Back to Orion. Inside, off the window, no. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it will be Enderlin basketball. Substitutions for both teams checking in. Well, for the Pirates, Cade Hintz and Jacob Wallach will check into the game. Also make one more here with Tyson Falk. Able to see Archer Chamberlain back in for Enderlin and Carson Brash as well. Eagles so far with 2 points here in the quarter. Kayla Maggio with those 2 points. Nice find on the inbounds. Good baseline drawn up play for the Enderlin Eagles as Carson Brash now has 4. Near sideline goes Rayshawn Earl. Earl weaving, hanging, shooting, and scoring. Rayshawn Earl starting to stack them up. He's got 15 points, 8 here in the quarter. As Hankinson doubling up the Enderlin Eagles here by 24. As they see this, there's a steal. Rayshawn Earl will work with it the other side. Earl with the pass, and this one goes through the hands of Tyson Falk. Turnover as Enderlin will utilize it now with Archer Chamberlain. Left wing to Carson Gruba. Gruba with a couple of dribbles, looking for the dribble pullback 3. Earl nearly got the steal. Dargo here inside the paint. Good hand defensively by Cade Hintz. Now to Earl. Earl working the other side of the floor with Simbira with the continuation, or is it on the floor? And they're going to say it's on the floor. Foul assessed here to Ethan Simbira, his first and the team's first of the quarter, as we get a timeout on the floor. 3:07 left to play in the third on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Hankinson leads it by 24.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Time out on the floor brought to you in part by Bank North as the Hankinson Pirates doubling up the Enderlin Eagles 48-24. Visit Bank. It's the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament, final day of our coverage here in Valley City as Hankinson runs a nice inbounds play to Tyson Falk. Missing. Falk, though, gets a second chance at it, lost it on the way up, still battling for it, and somehow it ends up with Rayshawn Earl. Earl jumper from 14. Smooth as silk here for Earl. He's got 17 points, and he's a one-person wrecking crew here when it comes to high school sports in North Dakota. Enderlin right-handed side as the Eagles will utilize it with Brash. Brash gives it back up top to Adargo. Orion here with 2:30 left to play in the third quarter in a game that was 10 points after one and 15 points after 2 quarters. As Enderlin right wing to Brash. We'll see this one to Gruba here at the free throw line. Simbira to left-handed side to Orion. Adargo, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Double comes. Earl trying to get it. It's still loose. Simbira will come away with it. Orion with the pass right wing as it goes to Archer Chamberlain. Chamberlain trying to get the shot off to beat the horn, unable to do so. And we're seeing the pressure pick up a little bit defensively for Hankinson in the second half from what we saw in the first half of play. As the Pirates able to bring Rayshawn Earl out, coming in will be Damon Mauk, the 5'10 freshman guard. As Hankinson with Parker Falk will bring this in the front court, relieve it right-hand side to Damon Mauk to the baseline now. Wrap-around pass on the interior to Wallach, and there's a foul on the floor. Well, we'll see if it's in the active 2. Our officials here of Lance Lukes, Landon Peel, and Brian Yanish, and they'll say line them up and let's shoot here for Jacob Wallach. Wallach with 8 points in the contest. Foul assessed here to Simbira, his second, team second for Enderlin. Free throw attempts going to be off the iron. As Hankinson right now, 6 of 14 from the free throw line. His free throw attempt number 2. Make that 8 of 14, excuse me. And make it 8 of 15. It's just kind of hanging in the weeds there was Parker Falk, and saw this one deflected. That's the one thing we've seen from Hankinson and some other teams throughout the course of their tenures. When you're looking for that outlet on the transition, you better make sure that there's nobody else around that vicinity, as sometimes these guys hang at the free throw line, three-point line defensively. There's a reach and foul on Damian Mauk, his first in the team's third, as they're looking to get a quick steal and go the other side of the floor. Hankinson Pirates looking to get to 5-0 on the season, while for the Enderlin Eagles, they came in with a mark of 1-5, as we'll see a substitution as Mason Mauk will check into the game. As Enderlin now to Carson Gruba. Gruba here at the top left-handed side to Archer Chamberlain. Chamberlain sees it. There's a good steal for Damon Mauk. Mauk goes the other side. This one is going to be off the opportunity. Will go out of bounds. Cade Hintz, as it flipped up, was unable to draw iron, as Hankinson will make a substitution as Gunnar Ilg able to come back into this game. Gunnar with a nice performance so far for the 6'2 senior forward. 10 points. He led the floor going into half here for Hankinson. Carson Brash to Orion Adargo, as Adargo right now with a couple threes so far in this game. He's got 2 back in the second quarter. Right wing, we'll see this one in the front court to Chamberlain. Chamberlain back up top as Hankinson will match up here with a little man pressure defense. So look to half court trap you, and then from there it's all about matching up. And as we said, when you got a bunch of guys who are 5'10 to 6'1, it's just find the person who isn't being guarded and then kind of go from there. We'll go left wing to Carson Brash to the wing to Orion here. Orion Adargo, three-pointer. This one off the iron. Ball will be batted out of bounds, and it will remain Enderlin basketball. Up next, our consolation championship with Barnes County North and Maple River. 2 teams who won 2 games here a season ago at the BCT. Maple River finishing 5th and BCN finishing 2nd. As this one was thrown out of bounds on the backside of the backboard. So Enderlin will turn it over. Jackson Hoy and Wyatt Lund will come into the game now for the Eagles. And from there, our third place game with Lemoore Litchfield and Waimea Lidjuan. And then the Division A championship. The 2 teams in Division A in Valley City and Mayport CG. Everybody else in Division B here in this BCT. Jumper on the way for Gunnar Ilg. Off the rim, no. Rebound. This one will eventually be out of bounds, and Tyson Falk will handle basketball. As Hankinson here with Damian Mauk will inbound it. Damon on the inbounds finds it. Ilg up and in for 2. Gunnar Ilg now with 12 points. as the Hankinson Pirates lead it by 28. Carson Gruba able to see it in the front court, out of bounds. Last touch here off of Hankinson and Cade Hintz. That's the Eagles right now in this quarter with 4 points with Carson Brash and Caleb Maggio. For the Hankinson Pirates, they put up 17 and trying to make it 19 is Cade Hintz with a right-handed scoop for 2. Cade Hintz able to get the 2 points. He's got 3. And Gruba will handle it now, able to zigzag his way into the front court. As Gruba sets it up. Dribble enters, looking for a ball screen. Here it comes by Lund. Gruba leaves it, baseline jumper. Adargo, three-pointer up and swirl it on in. Orion now with 9 as Hankinson looking to inbound as they're able to do so with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Gunnar Ilg in front to beat the horn is off the backboard, and that's how we'll end our third quarter of play. It's the Hankinson Pirates 54, the Enderlin Eagles 27 on yourlivevent.com.
As I think about what's the network going to be after I retire, where it continues to evolve, and if it evolves as much as what it has in the last 73 years, we can't even dream what it's going to be in the future.
In 10 minutes.
Chaos.
Did you answer that email yet?
Decisions.
What if I make the wrong choice?
The weight of moving crushes.
Dad, I need a ride to practice.
Stress follows you. And the dream of a new beginning feels out of reach. Find peace. Hire the team at RE/MAX now. Visit findrealtynow.com. Yeah.
High school basketball here today on yourlivevent.com on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. It's a third-ranked team in the state, and the Hankinson Pirates 54, the Enderlin Eagles 27 here from Valley City. As the Warbirds of Whitemare Lidgewood, the Lobos of Lemoore Litchfield Marion, Patriots of Mayport CG, and the Highlanders of Valley City await the conclusion of this game, and then our next one before they get back on the floor here one more time. Always fun to get on a college-level court, and then also in a facility like this, it's going to host some postseason basketball later on here in February and March with the boys' district tournament. The Region 1B tournament will be here on the boys' side. The Region 1A tournament on the girls' side here in the bubble. As the foul will be assessed on the Enderlin Eagles. Illegal screen for Nolan Schlecht, his second team's first. So sometimes just getting reps, getting on the floor, getting accustomed of what just kind of the feel will be like once you get to a venue like this. And this one is always fun. You get a good chunk of people in here. It can be loud awfully early here inside the bubble. As Rayshawn Earl at the right wing, taking a couple of dribbles, weaves his way now to Gunnar Ilg. Ilg with the step through, block shot by Maggio. Maggio with the right hand at 6'6", timed that up perfectly. Carson Gruba, baseline Schlecht. Schlecht will see this one as he gets this off the window, good for 2. Nolan Schlecht, through some contact, now has his first 2 points of the afternoon. Earl at the high post, weaving his way to the right wing. As this will go back up top to Hernandez, able to reverse it left-handed side. Here's Alex Jean. Jean will get it, bounce pass inside to Mauk, leaves it left-handed side. Here's a left pocket 3 by Ilg. That'll go along. Orion Adargo will come away with it. Orion in the front court. Makes his way left-handed side to Schlecht. Extra pass to Gruba. Left baseline three-pointer is going to go long. Rebound one here for Mason Mauk. As they'll see this with Rayshawn Earl. Earl inside the paint. Earl off the window. Can't get it. Rebound will be 1. Nice putback for Mason Mauk for 2. Mason now with 6 points and pretty much stole that basketball right away from Simbira. Schlecht sees it to Orion, and this will be a timeout to save the possession. Otherwise, it would have been a 10 call. We'll break as well. 6:29 left to play in the fourth quarter. Hankinson up by 27.
Quality education, affordable tuition, student opportunities. That's the Viking promise. Valley City State University. Discover yourself here at VCSU. Visit today. A university that knows your name. Personal relationships with your professors. The tools to help you succeed. That's Valley City State University. Trusted name, affordable degrees. Visit today.
High school basketball today on YourLiveEvent.com, 56-29 as the Hankinson Pirates are leading the Enderlin Eagles in the 7th place game of the Barnes County Boys Basketball Tournament. Hankinson filling in for Richland after Richland went 0-2, so Hankinson taking their place. Just simply put, by the time you put a schedule together, you can only play so many contests, and Richland had to drop one, so they dropped the final one here of the BCT as they have a boys and girls basketball doubleheader tomorrow with Rotsay coming up in Colfax. So Ryan Adargo sees it. There's a steal on away by Rayshawn Earl. Earl goes the other side of the floor. Earl off the window through some contact and count it. Rayshawn with the end one. He scored in every quarter now with 19 points here for the Pirates. As the bucket is good and a chance to get to 30 here for Hankinson. As we'll see, Parker Falk will substitute in for Alex Jean. Foul assessed on Carson Gruba, his third, and the team's second here for Enderlin. If you make the free throw, it starts going into running time again with a 30-point margin. If you miss, it's still back to normal time, so to speak, where the clock will always stop. Mercy rule would stop at free throws and alongside timeouts. So Rayshawn Earl hits the free throw attempt now with a game-high 20 here for the Hankinson Pirates, and we will be now in mercy rule time here in the fourth quarter. As Carson Gruba in the front court looking for a teammate, finds one to Schlecht at the left wing. Schlecht on the step through, gives it back up top as Enderlin utilizes it here with Maggio. Maggio sees one. Rayshawn Earl gets the steal, passes up the floor to Mason Malk. Malk to the paint left and a layup for two. Mason Malk has 8, and the Hankinson Pirates have minimized Enderlin to just 9 points here in this second half, outscoring the Eagles 26-9 here in quarters 3 and 4. Simbira up and over looking for Maggio. Not a bad play, but better defense here by Mason Malk. And look at Earl's pass. Ooh, had some heat on it one more time to Gunnar Ilg. That's 3 times today off the top of my memory that I can remember Rayshawn just firing a bullet like Randy Johnson blowing up a pigeon on spring training day kind of a passer. You better be ready for it. And 3 times where the hands just kind of went through, the basketball went through the hands of an intended Pirate, a player here. As Hankinson Pirates shooting 47% from the floor. Enderlin shooting 41%. Just been the turnovers that have really minimized the game for Hankinson as we get a jump ball, I believe. Yes, we will, between Enderlin's Nolan Schlecht and Parker Falk. Otherwise, Rayshawn Earl had the runway cleared for Hankinson. Possession arrow will favor the Pirates. About a half hour from now, we'll get to the consolation championship with Barnes County North and the Maple River Raiders. Next game on deck. Ball will go right-hand side. Pass on the interior goes Mountain now to Rayshawn Earl. Left pocket 3 up. This one will go off the iron. Rebound for Gunnar, but they'll call a foul here on Ilg. So Gunnar Ilg will pick up the foul. His first and the team's first of the contest. As we'll get a wholesale substitution coming into the game here for the Hankinson Pirates. Jacob Wallach will return. Also with him, Damon Malk. You'll see Tyson Falk into the game. Nice round of applause by the Hankinson faithful who made their way to Valley City. Kate Hentz also coming in. As Pirate girls will have a game later tonight against the Tri-State Tigers in Rossholt, South Dakota. Nolan Schlecht at the right wing. Looks for the ball screen, able to take it here. Leaves it left and inside to Brash. Carson left and inside to Orion Adargo. Adargo back to the right of the key now to Archer Chamberlain. Chamberlain looking to find a teammate on the back cut. A foul here on Hankinson. So probably be on Kate Hentz. It is his third. Team's second. As the Hankinson Pirates, with this result, will improve to 5-0 on the season. While the Enderlin Eagles will drop to 1-6. Both teams back in earnest again coming up next week as Carson Gruba with it. And there's a foul here on the Pirates, as this would be on Damon Malk, his second, team's third. Enderlin will be at Maple River on Tuesday for a District 1 matchup against the Raiders. Always a rivalry when the Raiders and the Eagles get together. And Hankinson, they will host the Richland Colts on Tuesday afternoon for Hankinson faithful to see their team back in action in their hometown. And again, will be on Tuesdays. Both these two teams back in action again for a couple games next week, as well against District 1 opposition. Ryan Adargo at the right wing, right-hand side to Nolan Schlecht. Schlecht here at the top of the key. We'll leave this one off to Archer Chamberlain now on the left-hand side. Gruba with the step-through off the window. Can't get it to go. Rebound, toss for, and eventually Wallach will come away with it as the Pirates here with Cannon Falk Cannon, baseline to Tyson. Bounce pass interior as they give it now to Wallach, and he lost it. Arina Dargo up the other side of the floor. Bounce pass to Gruba. Gruba with the step through off the window. Good for 2. Carson Gruba now with 10. And we'll get a timeout, but it's a substitution timeout here for head coach Calvin Kraft as Tegan Dargo able to come back in the game with Wyatt London, Jackson Hoy as well. Archer Chamberlain as the Hankinson Pirates will bring Griffin Bowl in, the 6-foot junior forward. Left-handed side, Bowl will launch a three-pointer. That'll go long. Rebound here to Cannon Falk. Cannon, step through, leaves it back up top to Bowl. Bowl sets his feet back to Cannon. Falk leaves it to the baseline now to Damian Malk. Good pass across the way to Tyson Falk. Partially blocked on the way up as they stay with it here for the Pirates. There's a steal for Jackson Hoy. Hoy has a one-on-one with Bowl. Step through off the window. Good for 2. Jackson Hoy gets the main field goal. Here's the Enderlin Eagles. When Jackson Hoy get back on the board here for the freshman guard. Damon Malk, right wing. Malk tiptoes the end line. It's on the interior. Able to hop through the paint shot. No. Rebound here to Jarabek. As Jarabek will see it, then a kickball here for Lund. More subs coming in the game for both teams. You got 4 here for Enderlin, 3 here for the Hankinson Pirates. Alex Jean will check in. You also will see Buck, the 5'11 freshman guard. Jarabek, as we alluded to, with Austin Jarabek, the 5'9 junior. This one gets rifled to up top to Jean. Bounce pass right-handed side now to Jonah as he leaves it back. Right-handed side to Jean. Jean at the right wing gives it to the right of the key. There's a rainbow three-pointer off the backboard in. Austin Jarabek with the triple. Hankinson hasn't made many threes this afternoon, but they haven't needed to. That's their 3rd. Right wing here for the Eagles as Brady Anger, a freshman, with Dominic Haugen, the 5'7 sophomore. As Haugen will give this one on to Archibald, the 5'9 freshman. As Archibald, bounce pass on the interior. Step through on the way for Powers. Can't get it. Rebound, though, for Archibald, and there is a foul. As Camden Archibald will have a chance to get in the scoring column here from the free throw line for the Enderlin Eagles. 64-33. These two teams will play yet again at least one more time this season when it comes to the district play. This is a non-district game as Archibald misses the first free throw attempt. Second free throw attempt on the way. Enderlin, just their 4th free throw opportunity here of the contest as Archibald missing that one. It doesn't hit the iron, and the loose ball will go to Hankinson, and all the Pirates need to do is run the offense, and they will pick up their 5th win of the season with wins over Linton HMB, Ellendale, Lemoore Litchfield Marion, Waverly South Shore of South Dakota, and now here against the Enderlin Eagles. Jarabek, right wing, pickpocket steal by Archibald. He's been active as the Pirates get the ball back the other side of the floor. As they do, 8 seconds, shot's going to see a block. Hankinson will utilize it here underneath. Right-handed layup attempt is going to miss. Rebound here for Powers, and that's how we'll end our 4th quarter play. The Hankinson Pirates went to win 64-33. Post-game show coming up next here in Valley City.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we come back on the post-game show here on yourliveevent.com, 66-33 as 64-33 as the Hankinson Pirates pick up the win here. Hankinson 19 points in the first quarter, 16 in the second, 19 in the third, and 10 in the fourth. Enderlin with 9 points in the first quarter, 11 in the second, 7 in the third, and 6 in quarter number 4 as the Hankinson Pirates now 5-0 on the season. As it's time to get to our player of the game, go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That again is Enbridge.com. Kind of a 1-2 combination here as Rayshawn Earl and Gunnar Ilg combined for 32 points here today in the win for the Hankinson Pirates. The two of them, again, combined for 32. Rayshawn Earl and Gunnar Ilg, part of our players of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That again is Enbridge.com for career opportunities to both Rayshawn Earl and Gunnar Ilg here in this one. Our play of the contest, we're going to give that to the three-point opportunity here for the Enderlin Eagles as it hit the top and the bottom and everything else on the rim. And with that, with the backboard by Orion Odargo back in the second quarter, that three-point attempt by Orion Odargo as it kind of got the Plinko chip swirl around there is our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassi. Go to Agassi Precision website at Agassi Precision website online at visitplanterdoc.com, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro at planterdoc.com. We come back, we'll hear from Gunnar Ilg next here for the Hankinson Pirates.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
As we come back here inside the bubble, join us, one of the guys that had double digits here today for the Hankinson Pirates. That's Gunnar Ilg. And Gunnar, for this particular team, what did you like defensively in the second half, just minimizing minimizing the Enderlin Eagles to 13 points there in the second half, Gunnar?
So they came out differently, like with their look on offense to try to break the press, and we kind of just switched to a regular man-to-man. That kind of eliminated our press. So honestly, just forcing turnovers out of our man-to-man worked really well in that second half.
As you move forward here, 5-0 on the season, you got Richland and Weimar Lidgewood, a couple rivals coming up here later next week. What's the one thing you like from your team at this point of the season, Gunnar, at 5-0 on the season?
I think we're very deep, and a game like this is good to get everyone work, and everyone's shown bright spots, and that really makes us confident going forward. And yeah.
As we go from there, let's talk about a couple of your players here, a couple of them with Parker Folk. What does just kind of Parker provide offensively and defensively? We saw him on the floor, it seemed like 4 or 5 times diving for loose balls. What did you see from Parker's performance today?
Yeah, he's a hard worker. He's a great floor general, and when he gets hot, he'll get hot. So, yeah, he's just an all-around good kid and a good ball player.
I know you've been talked about Rayshawn Earl, but what's something that people don't see about Rayshawn, whether it's in practice or at school? A lot of folks will talk to him about what he can do on the field, what he can do on the court, Gunner, but what's it like playing with someone like Rayshawn?
It's great. I mean, he's a great leader. He's a great person to talk to. You know, he's one of my best friends, so I'm around him a lot, and he's just a great person to be around. Yeah.
A final thing, Gunner, what's a trait or a characteristic that you hope to carry with you once you hopefully get back here, obviously, for the district tournament, then trying to get back for a region as well. But what's something you really, a trait or characteristic that best defines this team that you hope to carry forward with you moving forward here, Gunner?
I believe we have very good effort and intensity, and I think we need to keep that up in order to make a deep run.
Hey, Gunnar, thanks so much for your time. Safe travels back to Hankinson and cheering on the girls today against the Tri-State Tigers.
All right, thank you.
That again, Gunnar Ilg with us here on the postgame show. We'll take a quick break. We'll put a bow on this one. That is next.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As the final goes like this, as the Hankinson Pirates pick up the win 66-34. Hankinson led by the 20 points of Rayshawn Earl of 8 of 16 shooting, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 9 steals here today. 12 points for Gunnar Ilg on 5 of 11 shooting with 4 rebounds and 2 steals. Also had 8 points for Jacob Wallach, 8 points for Mason Malk with 4 rebounds, 7 points for Parker Folk, 3 on the way for Jax Hernandez, and 3 for Austin Jarabek here for the Hankinson Pirates. While from there, the Enderlin Eagles led by the 10 points of Carson Gruba with 2 made threes. He also had 2 steals for Gruba. 9 points for Orion Dargo and 7 rebounds. You had 4 points on the way with a couple boards for Carson Brash. Caleb Maggio, 4 points and 6 rebounds. 2 points on the way for Jackson Hoy. The same for Nolan Schlecht here today with 2 points and 2 points for Archer Chamberlain. You're in this one. The Enderlin Eagles now 1-6 on the season. They play next Tuesday at Maple River. Hankinson now 5-0 on the season. They play next at home against the Richland Colts on Tuesday. So Hankinson picks up the win. Coming up will be in 15 minutes, the Consolation Championship with Maple River and Barnes Sky North. That's next here on YourLiveBet.com.